What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? So what I have here, right? Let me flip to this, man. Right now, I'm reading the book of Matthew. I'm in chapter 8, but I'm gonna go back a little bit, man, because so much fruit, so much. It's a lot of fruit. It's nothing but fruit in the Bible, honestly. But I feel like this right here, this word right here, Matthew 7:24. I'm gonna read this with y'all, man. I'm gonna read this with y'all. It says, therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew, beat against that house. Yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock, Jesus Christ the Lord, great Omega. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, the winds blew, beat against that house. It fell with a great crash. When Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching because he taught as one who had authority and not as their teachers of the law. So we have to make sure that we're getting right with God. We have to make sure that our foundation is built on him. We have to make sure when we hear what he's saying in our heads, when we hear his voice, when we hear him speaking to us and talking to us, we have to make sure that we are obedient and we're listening and we're putting his teachings and what we're listening into play. And your foundation is going to be built, it's going to be structured, it's going to not fall because your foundation is Jesus Christ. Your foundation is built strong as a rock. That makes a huge difference compared to the man who hears the teachings. It's in one ear, out the other. They're still moving the way they want to move. They're abusing their free will because we all have free will, but they're abusing it. They're like, I'm young, I'll get right with God in my later years. What if you don't have any later years? What if you find yourself dead next week, tomorrow? God forbid. But there's deaths every single day. There's a death currently as I'm making this video. So it's like, yo, you got to make sure that your foundation is built on the rock and not the sand. The rock is God, the sand is Satan, man. Simple as that. You got to make sure your foundation is built on the rock, because if your house get withers away with the sand, that means you don't have a foundation with the Lord, because everything that stands with the Lord is structured, is built strong. It's not going to be destroyed. You're going to last through the storm. Now, that doesn't mean there's not going to be highs and lows, because the scripture literally explained it. It says, I'm paraphrasing, but it says, as the storm comes, the house doesn't fall because it's built on the rock. So don't allow yourself to slip. We're going to have highs, we're going to have lows. But if you keep your focus on God and you understand that this is what comes with it, you're going to be fine, because the house is not going to be destroyed compared to you not being structured with God and rooted with the Lord, and your foundation becomes weak because you decided to let the words and the teachings of God go in one ear, out the other. Now you're going to reap those precautions. You're going to feel it. You're going to realize it. As soon as your house gets destroyed, you're going to feel it. Soon as life feels like it's so much pressure and chaotic and this, that, and the third is happening to you, and you're left with no house because you ain't built your foundation around God's teachings. You ain't listened. You decided to be disobedient. You decided to move your own way. You decided to abuse your free will. So that's the difference. And it's a huge difference. It's a difference maker. We have to be obedient to the Lord. You're wise if you listen to the man. You're wise. I should change that. You're wise if you listen to the Lord's teachings. You're foolish if you don't. So are you going to be obedient or are you going to be disobedient? The choice is yours, of course. But just don't be surprised if you don't listen and you find yourself washed away with the water, laying in the sand. But also don't be surprised and realize that you're blessed, because those are blessed who hears and lives the word, it says in the Bible as well. If you hear his teachings and you're actually putting those teachings into play and you're allowing them to maneuver your life and you're being obedient to the word and you're taking your time and you're consulting with God, oh yeah, through the storms, you're going to still be in your house. You chilling, you're good. Because your foundation is strong, it's structured, it's on that rock. And that rock is Jesus Christ. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If these videos is hitting you or if it's relating to you in a way, subscribe to the channel and welcome to the family. If you do these types of videos, comment in the comment section whatever more videos y'all want me to make. We're going to keep creating, keep making them, man. You guys have a blessed day, blessed night whenever you're watching this. And stay blessed, man. And remember, don't let the teachings go into one ear out the other, man. Actually hear it, take some notes, let it soak and marinate in your spirit, and practice, man. Practice, practice, practice. We're not going to be perfect. We're far from perfect, but you have to practice it. That's why it says practice his teachings, not master his teachings. It says to practice it. So y'all stay blessed. See y'all in the next video. Peace.